because I also really do not like subscriptions too much. But the standalone is missing so many things. I think I gotta talk to Reason headquarters. It's ridiculous. I mean, look at this. Like, I've been going back and forth thinking and calculating what is good price, what's not good price. I need to find someone from ReasonStudios because, like, I really don't like overpaying. I've paid so much money for Reason in the last 10 years. And then I was on Reddit today because I'm trying to make some more friends in the Reason community, trying to answer some basic questions when people have some stuff and whatnot. Even made a little video lately, and then I stumbled across a post where they said that there's a sale now, and I looked at it, and it looks really good. It's also really good, but then I looked at what is included in the standalone compared to the subscription, and I figured, for some extent, if you've been a long-time Reason user, you have already become somewhat addicted to some of the plugins. For good reasons, because, hey, Jelly. And for good reason too, because they have really great product. But at first I was looking at, okay, the subscription deal looks really good. I think like right now I'm paying like $20 every month. I've bought multiple standalone versions from Reason and upgraded in between. I think the last one I bought was like 9 or so, and or maybe even later. I'm not quite sure which was the last standalone version that I got. And then I thought, yeah, let's try to get away from subscription. Let's see what's in the license. And just thinking about, this is too good of a price, you know? But then it's still a good price. But then I looked inside, and here you can see clearly. Hello. And here you can see clearly what's included and what's not. And even just at the top of the list, Reason Electric Bass is not included in the standalone. That already is a deal breaker, kind of forcing me to stay on the subscription, because I don't want to live without Reason Bass. Reason Bass is one amazing instrument. Like, seriously, I use it all the time. It's an integral part of the sound that I use. How are they not including it in the standalone? And Reason Bass also is kind of old. I'd have to check, because like I have so many old packs and whatnot. Like I had the old backline rig, which I think doesn't even exist anymore. It was backline rig 2 or whatnot. Then also Reason drum kits is not included. That is also a deal breaker. I don't need it per se. I got some good drum samplers and a whole lot of drum sounds. Like I just loaded in XO from XLN Audio, which I absolutely love. Great company, great products, super well designed. I mean, just look at this. How beautiful is it just looking at it? And who does not get tired of browsing forever through this little hovering browser windows, looking and auditioning for samples? I love XLN Audio for what they did. You can let it scan your drum folders. It will identify the drum hits, and it will populate this space under a world map of drum hits according to its type and also its similarity. And it's so intuitive, like lower frequency hits live on the lower side, higher frequency, vice versa, yada yada. So I could do without Reason Reason drum kits, which is very good. Like it's a great stock plugin. That's also not included, and I think that's also kind of Asian. Club drums, I don't use too often. I think mostly I've been using it just to do some super quick stuff, where I just went through presets and put algorithmic drums. I don't know tune track. Retro beats is also not included. I also use it just sometimes, usually for sampling into something else. And that's a deal breaker. Radical keys is not in there, which is a great Reason stock plugin. And I think that's ridiculous too. Like, really, not to include Reason electric bass is really criminal. I need to talk to someone from Reason. I've been streaming using Reason exclusively for years. And even though I'm maybe not much of a huge content creator, I'm kind of coincidentally advertising Reason. I only speak good about them. Except for this actually good looking offer, but they kind of, this is somewhat some level of extortion. Like I considered strongly today to try to get this one-time license and get away from subscription. And then I looked and it didn't even scroll halfway. And I saw Reason electric bass isn't there. And I was thought like, hey guys, you can't be serious. This thing is old. It's goated. Everyone that uses Reason uses that forever. How is that not included? It's really. Yeah, I can't live without Reason bass. It's ridiculous. Let's look further. I really need to get a hold of someone there, and somehow I need to team up with ReasonStudios, because I'm tired of paying for this. It's well worth its money, but I want them to pay for my subscription. It sounds a little bit silly, but actually to me, I think it's somewhat justified. Reason process pianos, yeah, it's okay. Actually, it's great. I didn't use it too much because I got Keyscape, and well, what more do I need actually? Algorithm is also kind of old. It's been in the ecosystem forever. Complex is also amazing. It's the only modular synthesizer in the rack. That's also somewhat old. That's not included. Friction modeled string is not included. That's also criminal. I use friction all the time. How can I do without friction? This is some excellent product. Physical modeling strings. It sounds great. It can do more than strings. And I use it all the time. Like, I cannot live without that one either. They're kind of forcing me to stay on the subscription, which is ridiculous. They need to pay my subscription. I'm serious. What else? I don't actually use layers. I don't use Parsec too much, but it's interesting. I'd certainly love to use it more. Scenic has been there forever too. I don't use it as much, but I started looking into it, and it's a very interesting device. I wouldn't want to miss that either. And not having object is same as criminal. Object is one of the most interesting synthesizers that I've ever looked or touched. This is crazy. Object, not having an object is also a deal breaker. I mean, like really, just at the top, starting with Reason Electric Bass, that's a big, like, are you guys serious? How can you not have the go-to bass module in here? They know what they're doing. They know, they know. It's mean. I mean, that's the only bad thing that I can say about them. I wish they had considered other stuff. Like I can see how oomph is not included. Club drums are retro. They kind of knew, but not to have electric bass or Reason drum kit in there. Mm-mm. That's not okay. Like seriously, like let me show you. Let me show you. Um, Let me show you Object. Sometimes I do. An Object is one amazing unit. I still am riddled how crazy good this is. I am certainly not an expert in sound alchemy. That's what I would call it. Like just going through presets on Object is like an infinite journey through. I could not say what this thing can and can't do. It is so vast and diverse. It makes super organic sounds. It makes out glitched out madness. It does or appropriate also some super realistic sounding other stuff, like from brass to upright bass and whatnot. And it's also kind of old and been in the ecosystem long term. I, I can't see how they decided not to include it in the standalone. It's also criminal. Like, seriously. Reason electric bass. I could write an essay about that, and I might. Reason drum kits, too. The two only physical modeling units that have been out there forever. Probably I have to talk to Lander, which bought Reason. But still, like seriously, it's crazy to me. Let's go through some presets on Object just to show you why, if you are a Reason user or if you're considering Reason, why you would want the thing. I mean, I couldn't think of one reason why you would not want or need Object at some point. And if you're into sound design, which you probably are when you have Reason, it's like a big sandbox for sound design. I mean, just with the combinator thing, you can make like the only limit is your imagination. It's beyond ridiculous. Let's flip through some Object presets just to give you a taste what this thing can do. That one thing is insane. And there is nothing on the sense. This is all just Object. Effects and the generation. It's ridiculous. See, let's see where is Object sitting. Okay, now it says One Finger Enlightenment, the name of the patch. But let's go back to Object. Like, I can't part from Object. Let's take another preset so we can see how diverse this thing really is. think I have to write a love and a complaint letter to Lander and ReasonStudios. I need to find a way how they will pay for my subscription or alleviate me of paying. Over the last 10 years, I lost track of how much money I put in their pockets. I have thousands of hours of streams using exclusively their software. I need them to do that for me. I'm a broke bedroom producer. How nice does this sound? And you can go, like on the mod wheel, you have the decay. Each one of these devices is a reason not to go with the Standalone, which has an enormously great price. But to miss these things is high opportunity costs. And we just went through 3 presets, you know, so far. Object is infinite. It's crazy. Keep in mind, this is all one synthesizer, one physical modeling unit. I have no words for this. Or this. Like, all this in succession is even more crazy. If you're doing scoring or if you're doing game audio, you don't want to miss object. Playing one note on this patch and fiddling with the mod wheel, that's like one asset already, without touching anything. Nah, I mean, seriously. And whoever designs these patches is crazy too. The good kind of crazy. Like, seriously. It couldn't live without object. But really, it starts at the top of the list. Like, we haven't even gone so far. Just glancing at this. Not having reason base. I didn't even need to scroll past that one. That is beyond ridiculous. That's reason base. Like, seriously, You need reason base. I think it's kind of self-explanatory. I think I'm gonna link this stream, like the stick and the carrot. Like I'm in love with Reason. There will be other DAWs that I will be using. Probably I will be forced to use them. Quite sure I will have to use Pro Tools at some point. No biggie. But for what it's worth, Reason is my thing. What were they thinking? And not to have Reason drum kits. You know, at some point I was a little bit mad of myself. I think it was in the last half year that I got addictive drums, which is amazing. But on some level, I did not need it. I could have just went with Reason drum kits, which is excellent too. Yes, I don't think it has round robin and whatnot, and they know how have as many samples as addictive drums, but it is really really well made. You won't miss stuff if you know a little bit how to produce and how to EQ. You don't need too much other stuff. It's a great device. Good quality recordings, well designed, yada yada. Like for the first 2 months or so when I got addictive drums, and I didn't use it as much because I was so busy. I'm still busy trying to learn around midnight. I probably will be busy with that for the next 30 years if I should live that long. But oh my God, not having Reason basses. And not having radical keys. I mean, this one I could skip, but if I was absolutely new to Reason, or if I would recommend Reason to someone completely new, I would actually really recommend them to use the subscription on the summer sale. Because if you don't have other options, Radical Keys has really cool samples of electrical keys that you can easily manipulate, layer, choose microphoning and whatnot. I could demonstrate, and sometimes I do. For the most part, I'm using Keyscape because in some other regards, the sound, if it comes to authenticity, I think is superior. Or I not maybe that, but I would have to do less sound design to make it work for me. And I do love sound designing stuff sometimes. I'm not a master at this, but I get some basic understanding. Parsec. And the periods when I do spend more time on learning and practicing sound design, Parsec is so interesting. I wouldn't want to miss that one either. And I think it was in the last 2 months that it was the first time that I looked at a scenic, which I have not yet really understood too well. I think I probably didn't even spend more than 3 hours with that one, but just from what I could see and going through patches, I was like, hey man, you gotta use scenic. You want to do or get paid for making music or sound. And scenic could help you very well with scoring or for game audio. It's also just interesting for context of general normal music, as it has an interesting, yeah, I could make a stream or a video for every single one of these devices, and probably I should. But there's already so many great Reason users out there that have hours and hours and that are way better content creators. I'm a musician and not a content creator, I know that. Osmium is new and Osmium is great. I wouldn't want to miss that one either. I think I will stay on the subscription, it seems. I need to make them pay for that. So at some point, I need to grow this channel so they can see that I'm some kind of involuntary advertising board. They need to sponsor this shit. There's no way around it. I think we would both end up in a win-win situation. And BVX, oh my God, BVX is old and BVX is gold. It's old and it's gold. Like, I wouldn't want to miss BVX. There would be so many old projects that I couldn't open where I've been using BVX. Like, seriously, guys, are you crazy? You can't do that. Chord sequencer. Oh my God. If I wouldn't have spent the better part of the last 2 decades trying to teach myself jazz piano, not having chord sequencer is also criminal. Chord sequencer is one of the best player devices, hands down. Like, seriously, I use it all the time. Drum sequencer, not having that one is equally as criminal. Bassline generator too, like they took out all the player devices, and these player devices play so well with one another. Like, no. Look at that. Hold up. I'm gonna show you something. I'll show you something. Nah, that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Not to have these devices is criminal. Okay, let's get they knew what they were doing, especially to Reason veterans. Okay, let's say we take chord sequencer and we put it on piano for now. I could go with radical keys, and maybe I should. You know what? We put this on radical keys. It's not in a template, and it's also a Reason device, just to show. So first we're gonna take bassline generator, and we put bassline generator on top of Reason electric bass. Okay, everything easy, nice and pretty, nothing crazy yet. Okay, let's get let's get radical keys. Where's radical keys? Here, wonderful, beautiful unit. Let's get radical keys. Let's find a cool preset, something nice. Let's get the player device too. Let's say we take chord sequencer. Like, all these devices would not be included in the standalone, which is so silly. It's so crazy silly. Let's just get the first 4 chords. Let's see where we go with it. I'm not gonna use this one though. Let's turn this down, the velocity on this. Let's rehumanize it so it's not so much on the grid. I'm gonna hop to a new block. I'm gonna call this Reason subscription vs standalone. I'm just gonna get standalone stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna write an automation for 90 BPM. Okay, also what we want to do is, as I said, these player devices, they play so well with one another. We are taking the CV node output from the chord sequencer, which triggers radical keys, and play some chords on these electric keys. And we're gonna hook it up to the CV input on bassline generator, so they play in context with one another. Okay, let's continue. preset. We could also program our own. I mean, if you can play piano, then you program your own. I mean, usually we don't do anything else but practice piano, but just to save some time and get something in here fast, we're gonna take some preset in here. Let's go to maybe, I don't know, doesn't really matter. B flat or something. Really, it doesn't matter. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so radical keys would not be included. Chord sequencer would not be included. Electric bass would not be included. Bassline generator would not be included. In the standalone, let's get Reason drums. I'm gonna send them this video. And I'm not bitching. They could have made a much, the price is fine. But to take out some of the OG devices is, they're kind of forcing me really to back them to pay for my subscription. It's crazy. And we haven't really touched anything yet. All of these devices are not included in this in the standalone, and some of them are so old. Like, I love Reason to death, but really, I looked at it and I couldn't get past the first line. When I looked at that, I mean, like, the summer sale is really, 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 really good. The price is amazing. $155 to have Reason, even as it is like that, is a good deal. But if you've been Reason as long as I have, you're missing some old friends, and they motherfuckers know that. And I love them, but they can't do this to me. Let's see if Pulverizer is in there. Okay, let's see what effects are in there. What else is missing? What are they trying? Okay, Pulverizer is there. Okay, no biggie. Okay, but still, like, really, Reason bass alone, not to have Reason bass is so crazy. The summer sale is so good, and then I almost clicked, yeah, okay, let's switch from subscription to standalone. And I'm so glad that I was hesitant, because I actually also cannot part from $150 right now. That's why I'm on the subscription too. Like, oh my God, seriously, you guys? No, I need to really send them a letter with all that I've been saying. I'm gonna send them a link to this video. They need to pay for my subscription. Like, really, for years, I've put in so much good money. I don't want it to get away from always having to pay $20, which is a silly thing to do. It all just accumulates. And nah, come on, you guys. So everything we hear would not be included in the standalone. Reason drums, drum sequencer, radical keys, nah, you guys. Okay, pulverize is included, but still. And keep in mind, we just ran through presets. The only kind of MIDI we put in here is an automation clip for 90 BPM. We get all these great sounds just hooking up some basic Reason devices and putting some players on top and having clicked in a generic 4 on the floor, hibbity-hobbity hi-hat on 8s, kick, as you can see. It's very obvious. Like, seriously. I need to send them this video or a link to it. I need to get Reason or Lander, their new owner. I need to make them pay for my fucking subscription because I cannot go to Standalone. I will not buy all of these individual devices. I've spent so much money on other stuff that is not even anymore there in Reason. Like an old what was it even called? I forgot what it was. Reason Rec plugin, ecosystem, yada yada. It's been so long I forgot the name of it. But seriously, not having Reason bass? You can't be serious. Not having bassline generator? Both are old devices. Go to devices. Radical keys too. Drum sequencer too. Reason drum kit too. Like, seriously. The price is really, really good. But if you've been in Reason forever, it's really mean. And if I would think about it, this is 35% off. When the summer sale or whatever the spring sale is off, and they would keep it the same way, like for what's included and whatnot, for 35% more, this would not just be criminal, this would be outrageously insane. For any old-time reason user, I don't know. Like, the subscription is fine. The subscription is really, really cool. But I need to talk and make a post. I probably are going to download the stream, and I'm gonna dump that on Reddit. I'm gonna start a big fucking discussion on this. Like, I love Reason above all. I'm not just praising to get sponsored. Yes, I do want to get sponsored at some point, but really just because we are creating a lot of music here. We are learning music. I think that to some extent, this is fair use. We're kind of like a self-help music study group. I should at least get an educational license or something. I mean, yes, I know I'm not making super well edited videos. I'm just streaming all the time and whatnot. But all the samples on Bandcamp are for free. We talk about so much stuff. And we are using Reason exclusively here right now. And Reason is really amazing. But if you want to have a cool DAW, and you don't like subscription, please, for the love of God, why would you take away the super ancient, incredible device, Reason electric bass, for what it's worth? It's worth that money, in my opinion. How don't you do it? Nah. Oh my God. Yeah, I need to stop bitching. But seriously, let's just close this down. I've been ranting about this now for 40 minutes, I think. But look at this. We don't have one single MIDI note in here. We have an automation clip. And all these sounds, if I press play, and the player devices that are triggering these sounds, would not be included in the standalone. And if you have been using Reason as long as I have, you will miss every one of them deeply and dearly. Seriously. That's criminal. They can't do this to me. I almost clicked on buy the standalone. But when I saw what I'd be missing, I saw they forced my hand. It's not fair. It is a good deal, but it's still silly in other regards. And nah, come on, you guys. Why? Seriously, just why? Then they might have not done the deal at all. Like, and that's like, I'm sad. I want to save money and keep using Reason. And I mean, I will. I feel absolutely at home with ReasonStudios. But yeah. Okay, sorry guys, that was a long rant. I'm gonna take a break. I might come back later. Actually, I wanted to do something else and not bitch about the cons and pros of going subscription versus standalone. I actually wanted to do stuff that I usually never do. I didn't want to exactly reverse engineer, but Jay Diller is maybe one of my absolute favorite producers, hands down. I mean, it's the producer's producer for a reason. He just had taste and technique and chops through the wazoo. And he was taken from us way too early. And he certainly really can't be praised enough. It's not overhyping. He was that good. The man, he was amazing. He sits just right next to my jazz music harmony theory book, you know? And I don't care about anything more than about jazz piano. So, Dilla, he has certainly earned that place. And he was a lover of good jazz himself. Davy the Huggy Monster. How was Popcorn Night? I was so excited for Popcorn Night. In the last 3 months, I was just stuck chasing changes, and I thought I missed all the good streams. And then last night, I saw the notification Popcorn Night was on, and I even had it on a separate tab. And I started chatting, and then it was delayed, and then I couldn't stay up longer and I had to hit the deck. Today in the morning, I was skipping through, but I didn't really listen deeply then. But I wanted to see what I had missed, but I couldn't watch the whole 3 hours of Popcorn Night. But I wished I'd been there. I need to see Popcorn Night next week. I hope it's on next week. Yeah, I was just bitching about, for anyone who's interested in maybe looking for a new door. You guys know I love Reason, but I spent the last 45 minutes talking about how criminally good and terrible the comparison between Reason subscription and standalone is. And actually, I'll dump that on Reddit. I need to get hold of someone from ReasonStudios and Lander. They need to pay for my subscription. I've given them so much money and love. They need to pay me back. Maybe delusional somewhat. I'm just customer 7,325. Yeah, and maybe I'm missing a couple of digits. But yeah, that's how I feel about it anyway. Got the blues, I'm telling you. You know what? I'm gonna cut it here. This stream is too long. I want to download and edit it a little bit for my love and hate video about the summer sale, spring sale. And I haven't played a computer game forever. I might play a game with some friends if they on. And later then I might come back and then we can do some music series. If Cordy would have loaded, which I don't want to click right now because it will clog down MIDI and then it would just stutter forever. But I don't want to keep yapping about how I'm a little bit mad about the spring sale. And also I have to take care of some dough and probably need to put it in the oven anytime soon also. But as I'd like to share notes and music theory while playing piano, I might come back later. I'm gonna relax a little bit, take care of the dough, and you sub to UVI, Universal Instruments. What's UVI? Is it sub to UVI? What's UVI for long? Sorry, I should know. Do you mean Native Instruments? What's UVI? How don't I know? I should know. Are you a Reason user? Is it from the Reason ecosystem? Is it Reason ecosystem rent own stuff or where that's from? Falcon. I'm not sure if I'm familiar with them. Okay. I was not familiar with them. And what's the issue with them? Have they also filed bankruptcy and you're still not finished on the payment for the rent-to-owns, or what's the issue with them? Oh God, sorry. Okay. Is there an issue with UVI? As I was complaining so much about this thing, I thought you were implying there's a similar issue in that rent to own situation of yours. Oh no. Okay. Interesting. Are they intending to merge into one, or do they want to stay separate entities? Alright, I gang. I think I'm a bounce. I'll be back maybe later. Can't guarantee. You know how it is. What you see is what you get. But I'll probably be back. But I don't want to let the stream run for too long, because if I intend to actually really download this and maybe edit it into less me ranting my ass off and putting in on the Reason subreddit about this discussion about the pros and cons of really a good spring sale, but how it is also criminal in some regards for what you're missing if you were going for the standalone, especially when you've been using Reason forever like I have. And to make that bread, and also because I don't want to waste time just talking. What I think the stream is best for is if I practice piano and share notes and answer a question when I get an answer, if I should happen to have an answer. I think that's probably the best value that you get out of this stream. It's certainly the best value that I get myself out of these streams. I kind of started streaming to minimize the chance of me procrastinating, because I love to joke it's much harder to pick your nose in public, and streaming is sort of being in public. So some kind of practice happens, or sometimes we make a sample or whatnot. Also, whenever you're looking for maybe some stuff on the stream, or if you ever find there's some sounds that you would love to use, kind of like absolutely open source. In the link in the description, you can find all these project files. Everything is Creative Commons. I don't even care for attribution. Just don't go copyright these samples behind my back so people or I can't use them anymore. Started this new Bandcamp album titled the same way like the streams are titled. It's called Blue Noodles. There's not much there yet, but I try to get better at uploading stuff. If you hear stuff on stream and you would like to have that, that's the best chance to tell me, please render that. If I'm not already recording, then I can record it. Otherwise, it won't get captured and I can't render. If you own Reason, you can always look just in the top left. I usually always have a nomenclature for naming stuff. It's usually always the name of the title of the stream plus the date. So as you can see, today is Blue Noodles 28th of March 26, corresponding to the project file. It's all in the Google Drive, yada yada. Love you all. Just groove it, stay funky. May the muse be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Catch you later. Make some good stuff.